Are you trying to keep your home clutter-free? Well, in this video, you're going to learn the top 6 habits you can implement right now to keep your home clutter-free for the long term. And remember, for the best advice on home organization and productivity, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon so you're notified every time a new video is posted. Hi, my name's Nick and I'm with Your Organized Couple. And as a professional organizer, my job is to teach people how to get organized. But a really big thing that a lot of people struggle with is how to actually keep it organized once it's done. And that's exactly what we're gonna break down in this video, where we discuss the top 6 habits you can implement right now to maintain a clutter-free home. So number 6 is making your bed every single day. Now, I know that doesn't sound like a big deal, but when you think about it, it really is. Because when you make your bed in the morning, it is an immediate win. It is something that you've accomplished and it makes you feel good. And it inspires you to keep that going throughout the rest of the day. And not only that, but when you come home at night after a long day, it's really nice to be able to crawl into a nice, neatly made bed. So you're actually helping yourself not only in the morning, but you're making yourself feel good again at the end of the day. So that is an awesome habit to implement. And I definitely recommend that tomorrow morning when you wake up, the first thing you should do before you take a shower, before you make breakfast, before you do anything else, is make the bed and see how you feel, and then take that motivation and use it throughout the rest of the day. The next habit you can implement to maintain a clutter-free home is to dedicate 15 minutes every single day to tidying up. This can be cleaning up the kitchen, tidying up the couch, putting the shoes or the toys away, this kind of stuff. Little things that are gonna make a big difference so that when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do when you walk out into the kitchen or into the living room is you don't feel that moment of anxiety and overwhelm of, oh, I need to do all these things and I'm trying to get ready for work and I'm trying to do this and trying to do that, but all this stuff. When you just take 10 or 15 minutes, maybe even 20 if there's a lot of stuff, right? And tidy them up at the end of the day before you go to bed, then the next morning you don't have to worry about it. And this is gonna be a little different for everybody. For us, we do this in the evening after we've made dinner. It's different for everybody. Maybe for you, you prefer to do it in the morning when you're not thinking about anything else and it's easy for you. That's fine. You want to pick the time that works for you. You only need about 15 minutes. So whatever part of the day that you feel like you can consistently tidy up around the house, write it down on your calendar, set an alarm on your phone, whatever you have to do to make that habit, and then do it. And after you've done it for 5 or 6 days, it's gonna be like second nature and you're gonna feel a lot better and it's gonna be a lot easier for you to focus on other things. And number 4 is to take care of any mail or paper as soon as you get them. This is a really big one. A lot of people bring the mail into the house and they set it down on the kitchen counter and then they never really get around to it, or they carry it around from room to room as they work on it little by little. We always like to say, just create one dedicated place for all the mail and all the documents that you haven't gone through yet, and put them there, and then when you do get a chance to get to it, then you go through it. And we recommend going through it as soon as it comes into the home. I actually have a place right next to my front door. It's literally right inside my front door, where when I bring the mail in, I actually have a little box for recycling, and I put all the junk mail straight into that box, and then anything else that I need to go through, I have one defined place for that mail. I'm gonna put it there, and then when I have time later in the week, I go through all the mail, I pay the bills, I respond to whatever I need to do. And this helps so much because I no longer have those piles of papers all around the house, stuffed in drawers because I need to do something, but I don't have time for it right now. And then it's in the drawer and then I forget about it and it's on top of other stuff. And then I can't see what's in the drawer and all this stuff, right? So taking care of the paper as soon as it comes into your home and having those defined areas for it is going to change your life. And a really good way of reducing paper in your home is to go paperless. We've done that. We've stopped receiving mail for a lot of different things. And have you done that? Have you considered going paperless? If you have, comment down below and let us know what it was like. And if you haven't gone paperless, Go ahead and comment down below and let us know why so we can maybe talk about that in another video. All right, so the number 3 habit to maintaining a clutter-free home is getting up and going to bed at the same time every day. Now, I know you're probably thinking that that's like impossible to do, but it's not, I promise you, because I've done it. And the way that I found was easiest was just to start waking up earlier, because after a week or two, my body started to want to go to bed earlier because I was consistently waking up earlier. And so that's how I was able to do it. And if you want to figure out how to optimize your daily routines, check out down below. I actually have another video I made all about creating the time to do things like this. So definitely want to check out that video. But when you're able to do this and you're able to have a certain level of predictability in your life, it makes it a lot easier for you to do other things like creating the time to tidy up, to make your bed, to just do things throughout the day that are going to make your life easier and help you maintain a clutter-free home. Number 2 is a really fun one, and that is getting in the habit of asking yourself, will the future me be happy about this decision? And what I mean by that is, if you don't feel like doing the dishes right now, how disappointed are you going to be tomorrow morning when you wake up and before you can make breakfast, you need to still clean up the kitchen? So that's what I'm talking about, getting in the habit of asking yourself, will the future me be disappointed in this decision that I am making right now? So when we do that, we get in the habit then of motivating ourselves to take that few extra minutes to actually finish the things we want and maintain a clutter-free home. Because when we procrastinate or when we try to buy ourselves a few minutes here and a few minutes there by putting things off, and then we get busy and we get distracted, suddenly those few things are now a huge task, and then you can see how everything starts to unravel and how that can really impede you from maintaining a clutter-free home. We really want to stay on top of everything, and in order to do that, we need to inspire ourselves and really give ourselves a good reason to do it, right? And so by asking yourself if you're going to make your future self happy by doing something or not, that's a really good indicator if you should spend the extra time on it or not. And that gives you the motivation to then just clean up the kitchen, put the laundry away, finish folding the clothes, whatever it may be, and take care of that so that the next day it's that much easier for you to get on with your life without feeling like you're constantly tidying and picking up after everybody. And if all that wasn't good enough, the number 1 habit that you can implement right now to maintain a clutter-free home for the long term and make your life so much easier is to be mindful of what you bring into the home. We like to do this by always asking ourselves a series of questions whenever we're shopping. So the first question I always ask myself is, do I really need this, right? Because a lot of times we might be in the store, I'll be walking through Target or something, and I'll be there for a specific reason because I need something, and then I see something else that I'm like, oh, hey, that's neat, I want to grab that. But then I need to ask myself, do I really need this? And sometimes you don't need it, but you still want it, and that's okay. You can have things that you don't necessarily need. But then I want to ask myself, where is it going to go? What am I going to do with it? Is it going to go on the counter? Is it going to go in a cupboard? Does it go in my closet? Like, where am I going to store this thing? Because once you have a dedicated place for everything in your home, you're going to start asking yourself where things are going to go, because you don't want clutter. You don't want it to just end up on the kitchen counter or on the coffee table in the living room because it was cool and you wanted it, but now you don't know where it's going to go. And lastly, you want to ask yourself if you already have something similar that achieves the same end result. This can really help you avoid single-purpose items, like, for example, an avocado knife. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with an avocado knife, but what is wrong with just using a regular knife, right? So that is kind of the mindset shift. Now, if having a specific item for one purpose really makes you happy and you really want it, that's totally fine. but you should be at least aware of the fact that you have other things already that can do the same thing, and it gives you that perspective, right? So those are the questions you want to ask yourself before you buy something and bring it into your home, and that's just being mindful, because at the end of the day, once you have a clutter-free home, the best way to keep it that way is to really be in check with everything that you're bringing into it, because over time, one item at a time, little by little, it can become cluttered, and then before you know it, you're back where you began, and you definitely don't want to do that. And if you want to learn more about stuff like this, join our free Facebook group where you can network and learn from like-minded individuals who are on their own journey of decluttering and organizing their home. I'll go ahead and put the link for the Facebook group down below, and there's also some other cool stuff down there, so definitely check it out, because we're always linking to guides that we make and different helpful videos and resources and stuff like that. So definitely check the description down below for all that stuff. And as always, please smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. The more you do that, the more they're going to show this video to other people who it can help. And be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon. And until then, I'll see you in the next video.